All right, so we've got our diamond problems, and I'm pretty sure you guys did some diamond problems last year, so this will be a good review for us leading up into the next part of what we do with quadratics, both next week and then the week after. We will have a quiz that week right before spring break, and that week is also going to be the last week of the quarter. So if you have any missings in any of your classes, not just math class, but any of your classes, make sure that you're getting those things taken care of. Use your time wisely, use your weekends, and get those things done. And then just make sure you're messaging your teachers so that they're aware that you've completed something. All right, so today your learning target is I can figure out diamond problems. And then at the end of today's lesson, the diamond problems should go pretty quickly. I'm going to ask you to take some notes here in your math notebook, and then you will complete the lesson 4 worksheet when we're finished. So lesson 4, diamond problems, today's date is 3/12. All right, so here is our first example. So just as a reminder, sorry, this is just the reminder, not our example. So remember doing diamond problems last year. The diamond problems are the ones where you have the two numbers here. You've got a number here, and you've got another here. And then you take these two numbers on the right and the left, and you multiply them together to make this top part. And then you add them together to make the bottom part. And like I said, this is going to be the natural lead into working on factoring. We're going to get away from using algebra tiles and just using actually more algebra to factor our equations. And the diamond problems are going to help us do that. So again, when you're given a number on the left and you're given the number on the right, you multiply them together to make the top part of the diamond, and then you add them together to make the bottom part of the diamond. Okay. Did you guys do diamond problems last year? Do you recall? Yeah. Okay. Thank you. All right. A little bit. Sounds good. All right, so here's our first example. So in some of the problems you're going to be given today, you're going to be given a number on both the left and the right, and then you have to fill in the missing values in both the top and the bottom. So take a moment to sketch that on your paper, and then when you're ready, we will fill in those spaces. All right, so knowing what we know about the diamond problems, what number will go in here in this top part? Yeah, super easy, right? 6. And how about the bottom? Super easy again, right? All right. So again, when you're given the two numbers on the left and the right, you multiply them to make the number in the top part. And then you add them to make the number in the bottom part. All right, so what if on our second example, we are given the opposite information? We know that our product equals 15 and we know that our sum equals 2. So in this particular case, if we know that these two numbers have to multiply to make 15, what you can do is take what you know about factor pairs. Now I know that since it's a negative 15, I know that I need a positive and a negative. So what I can do is literally just list out those factor pairs of 15. And then once I have them all, then I can figure out which one adds up to positive 2. So these are my factor pairs, right? Those are the numbers that multiply to make this number in the numerator. And then I also know that I'm going to add them. So 1 plus negative 15 is negative 14. Well, that's not the one that I want because I need a positive 2. This one is positive 14, so I don't want that one either. This turns into negative 2, and last but not least, this one turns into positive 2. So these are the ones that I need for this diamond problem. So then I'm just going to put negative 3 and 5 in each of these sections on that diamond problem. Now, it doesn't matter which order you put them in. I could have put 5 in this first one. I could have put negative 3 in this second one, so that part doesn't matter at all. The key here is to make sure that you have the two numbers that multiply to make the top one that add up to that second one. For some of you, those factors are going to come pretty straightforward and easy to you. If for some reason it's a struggle to come up with those factors, then write your ordered list like this. Okay, there's nothing wrong with on the side of your paper writing down all those factor pairs, especially when you get numbers that have all sorts of different factor pairs that can, I don't know, make it work or not work. That's what I got for you today. Okay, a review of diamond problems. When you're given the two sides on the left, multiply to make the top one. When you're given the top and the bottom, you have to figure out what numbers multiply to make them. Pretty straightforward. The key here with the positive and negatives is just to make sure that whatever you get adds up to that bottom number. And if for some reason I was like, oh, it's 3 and negative 5. Oh, wait, that equals negative 2. Then the likelihood of you just having to switch one of those signs, just flip them around and then it should work for you. Questions on diamond problems? All right, so here's your closure for today. So on your notebook, what strategy do you need when working with negative numbers? So what are a couple of things that you need to keep in mind that when you're working on these diamond problems, when you're working and you have negatives? All right, and when you are finished with your closure, you can go ahead and go into Schoology in the Lesson 4 folder, and you're going to see your assignment in there. I do want to show you one thing about that assignment. It is actually in, it's in Google Drawings, so I just want to show you what it's going to look like when you open yours up. Zoom it in here. So the first thing you're going to need to do, your worksheet's going to pop up super small. So if you do Control plus, it'll, oops, it's going the opposite way. Why is it doing that? Let's see. You don't want Control plus. What do you need? You need the magnifying glass. That's what you need. All right. So if you click, okay, now I've done it too many times. If you click the magnifying glass, why are you so laggy? Oh my goodness. All right, so if you click up here in the magnifying glass and you zoom in, you should be able to click the plus, or if you click the drop-down menu and click 100%, it should pop up there for you. And then when you're ready for each of those answers, I put text boxes in each of these. So if you want, you can write it on your notebook, but I thought you might appreciate just having text boxes. So when you figure out those answers, you can just go ahead and type in those text boxes with whatever your answer is for this particular assignment, okay? Again, it'll open up your own worksheet for you, like all the other worksheets. And then again, just click in those open rectangles or those open diamonds, and you'll be able to type in your answer in those open diamonds, okay? When you're finished, what you can do, actually, instead of taking a screenshot, grab the link up here when yours is open. and drop that link in your DUR, and then make sure you include your score. Okay. Again, that is in the lesson four folder in Schoology. So the rest of class time is going to be for you to work on that or any previous assignments that have